Another morning I wake up and it's time to feed my sheep. All this work is tedious. It's meaningless. My life is on repeat. My brother smiles through it all, but it's obvious he's a fake. Any nudge or harsh comment and his mood begins to quake. Today's the day I leave. I'm marching to my father's room and leaving with my inheritance I'd receive. Father, you're great and all, but it's time for me to go. I want the full share of my inheritance. The father's face was full of sorrow. His son had dealt him a harsh blow. My father hands me my share. With my bag, I head out the door. I'm leaving behind this crummy plot of land. The world is mine to explore. From the farm, I go and see that this world is far grander than I can believe. The sex, the drink, the gambling, my friends, I think. Days are flying by and I'm starting to understand that if I'm a plane that's coming down, I'm giving no preparation for my crash land. I get caught up with the crowd and put up a facade. All my money's eventually spent and I'm found out. They're calling me a fraud. That night I'm on the street. Thoughts of lying in my bed, missing even the sound of my bed's constant creak. Another morning I wake up and it's time to find a job. I look up to God and call him unfair. Can you at least throw me a lob? Feeding pigs becomes my occupation, and by the looks of their food I know that I'm starving. For me to be desiring the pig pods to eat, I must be a lunatic. If I ate them I'd be barfing. I must go back to my father and become one of his hired servants. If they have money coming in and food to spare, then I'd be both satisfied and able to afford rent. Putting my apologies in order, my father's house becomes in sight. I see a small figure in the distance sitting in a chair on the porch, putting their hands on top of their heads while jumping up. They then take flight. Though concerning, I continue forward while practicing repentance. As the figure comes closer, I realize it's my father running to shorten our distance. Kill the fattened calf and get my boy a robe, I can just slightly hear my father say. Father, I'm so My face is pressed against his chest and I can barely breathe. My son, it's okay. He tells his servants that his son was dead but is alive once more. I thought that leaving home would bring me true life, but I didn't know what my father had in store. I was dancing with death and experienced the sting, but my father welcomed me in and clothed me with a robe and a ring. I was met with compassion. I was met with unconditional love. My father loved me regardless of my punch, push, and shove. I was welcomed in and taken just as I was, not as I should have been. My father is now more than just my dad. He is my most faithful friend. Another morning I wake up. I'm in my father's house. I'm right where I need to be.